So recently, Captain America Brave New World came out and it's getting a lot of hate. Like a lot of hate. Well, I'm here to say that this movie is actually decent. I know, but I feel this movie is overhated and deserves recognition for the good it gives, and so I've made this video. Note this won't go into every aspect of the film, just things that stuck out to me most, and also this is a very spoiler heavy review, so if you haven't watched the film yet, go watch it and come back to this video. So, let's get into it. Number 1, costumes and character designs. Bit of a weird one to start with, but it's a good one because the Captain America costume was very cool, and even the weird helmet thing he wears grew on me. The vibranium wings, absolute W. Those things were epic, and anytime they were used, I felt like cheering. The Falcon suit for Joaquin Torres was also very cool, and while it did look a little like the Vulture suit from Spider-Man Homecoming, it was still very cool. The design for Red Hulk was perfect with a capital P, and I will not have it debated, so moving on. The design for the leader was pretty decent. However, I kind of wish his head was more like comic book accurate. Which, if you don't know, in the comics, the leader's head is very big. That's unnecessary. The characters. Sam Wilson as Captain America is very good. I like he's questioning through this movie whether he's worthy of the mantle of Captain America. While this idea was discussed a bit in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier show, I feel it was expanded upon very well here. Joaquin Torres is a great psychic character who wants to become one of the greats in the superhero community, and I love seeing his ambition to become this throughout the movie, even if it does almost get him killed. The leader, I'll admit, was a pretty mid-villain all things considered. Like, the leader from Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes is his best adaptation. However, I'd say they did fine for this MCU equivalent. However, it could have been better. Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross, however, is just, oh my goodness, that was such a great character, and I mean that. I know I might be overhyping that a little, but hear me out. Over the course of the MCU films, he's been shown to be very anti-human. No, not very anti-human, what? No, very anti-superhuman, my bad, which has led to the creation of Abomination and the Civil War event, and indirectly led to a very divided Avengers team during Infinity War, and the mutation of Samuel Stearns. However, in this movie, he shows how he has learned from his mistakes and the untold amount of damage he has caused due to his actions, and is now trying to atone for his sins with a very pro cooperation and pro superhuman view in his position by trying to divide up the new Celestial Island equally and wanting to restart the Avengers at the start of the movie. It's pretty decent. And I find it very hopeful how he takes full responsibility by the end of the movie and has himself set the raft, and I further like how he finally gets to speak with his daughter face to face. Overall, this movie has a very hopeful ending. Speaking of which, the story. The story, while it could have been better, I will say it was good at a few things, which were one, connecting up loose ends which hadn't been answered yet. For example, the massive celestial corpse in the Indian Ocean and the reveal that this celestial island carries the adamantium material. I lost my mind in cinema when this was revealed. Like, I was just like, it's adamantium, let's go. I liked how this story also wrapped up any other loose ends from the Incredible Hulk movie, which She-Hulk didn't, and let's be honest, She-Hulk should have acted as a sequel to The Incredible Hulk, and it failed so hard at this. Be grateful this movie existed. Like, this movie is straight up the embodiment of, fine, I'll do it myself. The politics side of this movie I felt was also quite good. I felt it was a bit random how the nations which were conflicting over the Celestial Island were America, France, India, and Japan. Like, India makes sense because they're close to it, it's literally in the Indian Ocean. And America makes sense because America will always be America. However, France and Japan don't make the most sense, as all France has in the Indian Ocean are a few islands colonies, and Japan has nothing. They're not even that close to the Indian Ocean. Ignoring some of the technicalities, though, it's good. In conclusion, and overall, I think this was a pretty decent movie. It's definitely not the best Captain America movie, but it's also not a bad Captain America movie, in my opinion. Anyway, that's all for now. Have a great day. Peace.